Okay, so we just had our break. We just defeated the perilous school of fish. Um, and we start traversing further along into the water. Balazar, as you first come into this large area, you can see that this is again one of those monstrously open caverns. In this open cavern, you can feel that the water actually starts to warm up as you enter here. There is actually also a small current. However, everything else in that you have traversed so far has been particularly still water, but as soon as you just enter the cavern, you can feel a slight movement of water towards the south.
While we're moving southward, although I don't really know where south is in here, but it feels like it's moving south.
There is silvery light that dances all along the walls of this underwater cave. So it is, in fact, fairly well lit. It does not take long at all, however, that you can see a shimmering thing that looks, I don't know, kind of like a spear or something that is moving around inside of the cave. That spear that is emitting a golden bit of light is sticking out the side of a massive moon shark. A gold amulet hangs from a thick rope tied around the shark's body.
So there's an amulet on a spear and a shark in the sea.
Yes.
Feels warmer, so there's water probably going out to the ocean at some point. Or ocean water's coming out. A shark. What do I know?
And we're
about
looking
moon
for the
sharks?
amulet.
Is this just like a type of normal shark, or is this some weird magical fate name?
Not Fey or something, but it is a giant shark.
It's a big shark.
And we're not looking for a golden amulet per se. We're looking for the other half of the emerald thing, right? But,
It's a golden emerald amulet, very much like the one tied to the shark's body.
Well, we're gonna.
Yeah.
I look back to see if I feel like anyone's following, or I can sense anyone behind us.
Okay, perception check.
Perceptive.
Since the shadowy figure you saw at the crossroads point, way towards the beginning, you've heard or seen no indication of anything other than the first fish, for the first thing of a creature nature that you have encountered.
Somehow, because I'm breathing the water for water breathing, I just smell the fish guts. I'm just like, can't.
With that roll, you didn't even notice Shaky behind you.
Let's step a little bit further into the room.
Yeah, I'll just closely follow behind them.
Where's Shakira? Shakira. Can I actually see
as you kind of start to move just into the opening of this large cave, you can see that there are several large pillars that do block hinder some amount of the actual open cave south of you. But if you sit there for just a moment, trying to be cautious and still.
Ring shows up.
Yeah, sharks can't stop. They gotta keep swimming to breathe, so I'll come by.
He's swimming.
Surprise round. Maybe we all should ready something so we can just like, do we all have like, well, range may not do real well on the water.
While we're waiting, slight question. How dost thou handle lightning breath underwater? You know, it's an important question.
Oh, flashbacks, huh? You have grown so much. 'Cause, in other games, you would just try it. I remember Divinity.
Well,
No,
you
like-
will have to wait and see. If you don't know, you will have to see.
Yes, my party will have to see.
See, I don't. I'm not
That's
really.
a big shark.
Because part of me thinks it's like, well, it's a magical kind of game mechanic, and you just kind of hand wave it being in water. But then part of me is like, you can do whatever
Zap
you
him.
want.
Osrod, can you grab the spear with your mage finger?
It's stuck in something. I wouldn't really be able to pull it out.
It's stuck in the shark.
Now the
Can't you slap a bitch with your hand? Why can't you pull something out?
how is the amulet connected to the spear? I mean, I guess it's.
It's tied to the shark. It's on a rope around the shark.
Yeah, the amulet is on a rope wrapped around the shark's body.
Oh, I thought
The
it was
spear
attached.
is just jabbed into its side.
Oh, he's an 80s hip hop star. Okay. That big ol'. Do we think we can get the necklace off the shark while it's alive and moving?
You
I
can
think
barely
that's-
see the shark. Like just as it moves forward, turns, swims, is kind of pacing the other side of the room. At one point, it pauses. You see the shark. It's not exactly smelling, but you can see that it raises its snout a little and start looking from side to side. And everyone to roll initiative again.
Oh.
Man.
Woohoo.
I don't-
I'm sure, assuming Turrety would have been on Gringus's ass.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Follows me everywhere I go. And his name is Shaky, like the cheese.
Well, let's see. I summon an echo next to the shark.
Okay, so you summon the echo.
Oh, you can see the shark where you're at. I'm a little behind. Okay. Okay.
And my echo is next to the shark, and then I attack said shark with thine echo.
Okay.
Get baited, and then I move a little bit so my friends can fit in the room. I'll turn out Sharko.
All right, so. So to attack the echo, the echo is translucent, visible but translucent. Yes, it attacks the echo. It bites through the echo and the echo dissipates. As it does, you can see, as it dissipates, you can see the shark's head swivel from side to side as it begins to dash.
Oh god, it's a big shark.
God. I think negotiations out of the window, boys.
I'll move up 10 feet. And then just have the turret follow me. And that'll be it.
Okay. Alright, so the turret's up.
It won't do anything this turn. I can either make it activate it with a bonus action. So when it activates, I can either make it move or do its thing. So
Okay. That was kind of curious as to how those mechanics worked out. Okay. Alright, Kaz. A massive shark swum around the corner into view.
Yes, but big. I was about to cast Earth and Grass, but that thing's probably fucking strong.
That's the S.
So
Rip it apart.
I guess I will just magic missile it. Let's see how many to get. Three magic missiles.
Okay, pretty decent magic missiles. You can see them all impact, skewering, even knocking off little chunks of the shark. The shark itself is a hulking figure, and it does not seem phased by these trivial bits that have hit it thus far.
Yeah, we may need to, so the where I'm standing right now, he couldn't fit through, right? So we may need to try to, I just can't tell them, we may need to try to grab it and fucking go. Grab the item. Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
So
Kinda-
for Mage Hand, you can move things with it though, right?
It's just extremely weak. It cannot lift anything more than a couple of pounds. It has no more than a couple of pounds of pressure.
Okay.
It's like 10 pounds, and if it's tied to something. I don't know if I can untie a thing with it. I moved Mage Hand towards it, just in case somebody... I moved my mage hand towards it.
Okay. So,
Well, no, that's my action, so no, I don't do that.
is there space underneath or above the shark?
Some. It is a pretty large cavern, and so it's not like scraping the bottom and the top as it swims around by any means.
Would I be able to summon my echo underneath of the shark?
I think that's possible. Yeah. Well,
Okay, summoning echo from underneath the shark. We'll try to strike the necklace.
okay. So roll the attack not on the shark, but just into the. So what are you trying to do? You're trying to actually hit the necklace, or?
Trying to because the medallion is on a massive necklace around the shark, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to chop it to get the medallion.
Okay. Yeah. Roll your attack onto just the regular thing there. So that's a 20 to hit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it rolled it onto the shark anyway. Sorry, it's targeted.
Okay. The a 20 is enough to hit the rope and slice through. Roll damage into the chat window. Let's see if it's enough to make purchase as well as enough to actually cut, clean, and dislodge it off the shark. Roll your attacks damage into the thing, but not targeting the thing. 11 damage. That would be significant, cutting through the rope.
The necklace is loose.
Yeah, the rope cuts and you can kind of see as it's slow. It is underwater, right? So it's not like as quick to move off as, say, if you were just something dangling off a tree or whatever. It is kind of floating a bit, but you can kind of see where it starts to come apart, where the cut made through on the rope, and it's kind of free floating a little bit around underneath the shark.
I did what I could.
I'm gonna try to dash up there and snag that. Try to catch the medallion. I don't know how far I'd have to move or where it would be in relation to.
It's
squares,
kind
but-
of almost directly underneath him, so you can kind of move at him. As you move underneath the shark, it is going to snap its head in your direction and try to take a bite. What is that? System shock. Oh, I think it's because it hit really hard. That's why. I gotta turn that off. That's a setting I'm supposed to turn on. Holy cow! Yeah, so it rolled nearly maximum damage on its big ass bite, and that hurt a lot, like a lot. Get rid of that. Okay. But you are able to move in position. Roll, let's see. I guess athletics or acrobatics to see about grabbing the amulet. Ooh, okay, that's quite good. Okay. And so at this juncture, you're able to grab on to the amulet. And you now have it in your possession.
So that takes up my movement, and I'm guessing an action to attempt to grab it. So what does that leave with? A bonus action?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat.
Okay. Yes. Like doubles your movement speed.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna move anymore this turn, even though I could, because I think I'll get another attack of opportunity on me.
The shark has not gone yet again, so you feel confident that you could move away from it. Since it since it already just snapped at you, like literally just now.
So I'll take the dash action, and that would just be 30 feet, right? Because I'm still swim speed.
Mm-hmm. Minus whatever. Well.
Well, I've moved. The dash action gives me. Does it just give me my movement speed one time when I take the dash action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then yeah, it would just be 15.
Yes.
So I moved 15 up to get here.
Yeah, I was trying to think about how does it. I forgot how the expeditious part actually works, but yeah, I believe that is. Let me look. Let me look real quick.
Yeah, it just gives me as a bonus action, and then on each of my turns, those spell ends, I can take the dash action.
On your as a bonus.
As a bonus action.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes, that's right then. Yeah, 15. Also, when you move up into this position next to the shark, one thing that I think I had mentioned earlier, there was a brightly golden glow that comes that doesn't seem to have emanated from the shark. You thought that maybe that was it. It has the spear that's glowing that actually puts off quite a bit of bright light. The amulet, which you have grabbed. But when you look, as you come up to the shark, you look far to the south. There is, in fact, like a pathway or crack or something that way, that there is a very bright golden light that is coming through that crack to the south.
Temptation.
Yeah, I don't think in the panic he would have even had time to realize that might have been an exit, so.
The shark is going to lash out at Balazar.
No.
Oh, damn.
What kind of damage is that?
That is piercing damage.
I'm resistant to piercing damage. It's just not. Why?
How are you resistant to piercing damage?
my feet.
Okay, yeah, you'll have to make an effect for that.
Yeah.
What does it do? What is your feat?
Scaled toughness. Resistant to slash and piercing.
Piercing and slashing. Okay, okay. Hmm. How many hit points were you at before?
-5 or -4.
You took 30.
I took 4 damage.
Oh, you took
from-
31. Yeah, you took 31, which is exactly your hit points. And then you exceeded by 5, so you would be 5. There we go. Do it that way. Yeah, you definitely need to get that programmed in so that works.
Mm-hmm. Doing it right now.
And then so it strikes. Alright, Kaz, it's your turn.
Situation. Yeah, okay. Cast magnify gravity on this big ass shark. And I'm pretty sure I don't do anything.
What does it defy gravity? Does it
Magnify gravity.
Oh, magnify gravity.
On a failed, it'll still take force. Okay, no, it didn't fail. Half as much damage. So
Half damage. Okay, yep. So since it should just be built in where you roll the damage over it, and it does half automatically if you did it out of the spell area there.
I did not. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. It just does the whole thing and then half that 1d8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, the next round.
We've got the amulet. Need to find an exit.
And Catherine's up first.
Yay!
Interesting.
I mean, there's nothing I can do.
Not with that attitude.
Slap it with a fist. Hello?
Any of you guys have that feat where you know exactly how much time has transpired?
I do not. Luckily for Drad.
Try to get a feel for how long it took us to traverse all through that nonsense to get here. Whether we need to, bank on trying to exit out the way we came in, going through all the places in the cave-ins, or seeing if there's another way forward.
At this juncture, you feel as though it hasn't been altogether that long. Definitely not, maybe even more than 15 minutes.
I'm ready in action to grab Balasar and pull him through this thing if he gets close enough, but not quite close enough to make it.
Okay. Let's see. Alright, so it does indeed choose to continue its attack on Balazar as the closest enemy. It doesn't seem to actually care about the amulet. It was just tied to it. But you have entered its space and attacked it, and it is very unhappy about that. The blood from now 2 targets has clouded some bit of the water around you that it is now chomped on twice, and you can see its eyes are getting wider, and it's like, if not that sharks can snarl, so to speak, but its mouth and its mannerisms seem much more eager now that there's blood in the water. Two and an 8, but an 8 is still enough to hit. You do have resistance, piercing, and slashing built in, so let's see if those are. Doing
Ooh, it works.
only 9 points of damage thanks to the resistance, and not 2 10s on the rolls like it did last time on 2 of the. Resisted. You have 2 hit points left. The shark is definitely keen on prey.
Bazinga.
That's a bonus action. Then I will actually just take the dash action, just normally, because I can't do it again because I used the bonus action for that one. "30 feet.
30 feet. Excellent.
Cauldron is ready to catch me, right? If I were to run over there.
That
That's what he
was
said, right?
that was his. Yes, that was his. Is to grab you and pull you further. That's his ready action.
I will disengage.
As your action. Okay.
Pull me in. Pull me in.
And then the raid action is to grab onto him and move. Dragging someone halves speed, so you'd have to have half speed, but you can get a 2 squares, square and a half ish, as the rated action goes off and drags him into this little tunnel a little bit. That is the end of the second round with the shark, right? It's only round 2.
Yeah.
It had 1
Yeah.
reaction and 2 attack. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Feels like I'm watching Out My Balls.
So now we are on the 3rd round of combat. We're still in combat order for the time being. Gringus,
I
what
can't
do you do?
see my turret, but I want to move it 15 feet towards us as a bonus action. And then I will dash.
Okay. Move and it. Yep. You get the full 30.
And Gringus is gone.
Vroom! He's expeditiously trying to retreat. Okay. End of the third. Okay. Gringus's turret. Shark. It takes off at alarming speed in a blood frenzy and rams into the actual tunnel. A monstrous impact boom, sends off a rumble in the walls. A rumble that reverberates through the walls. Boom! And then it uses its actual action to back up and ram again towards trying to reach Balazar. You can see the snout snapping just mere feet away. Snap, snap. Giant claw, giant teeth gnashing right next to your body that is slightly drug away. But this second impact again reverberates through the walls. Gringus, make a perception check. Based on your proximity, okay, you feel vibration in the cavern walls, even where you are. The shark. This is obviously no shark that is natural by any means. That glowing spear pulses brighter, 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 and with each of these impacts, that pulsing coming after the impact seems to amplify the reverberation in these tunnels. The rocks shaking a little, not just feeling like pressure waves coming through, but you can even see little bits of debris coming off the edge of the walls. Grinks, you hear, and to an extent even can actually see, the tunnel to your south that you come in that had a small landslide that you cleared away now has large amounts of debris that is filling up that tunnel.
Got a little bit of a situation here, lads.
Wow. So did I notice the spear going womp womp womp?
Yes, that did not take perception to see, because its
okay.
teeth are like giving you, like a pumice stone scraping the bottom of your feet right now.
Possessed shark. I shall summon Mariko. Oh.
Okay, where would you like to summon it?
Side the shark.
In the shark's belly.
in the belly. In the belly.
Near the spear.
We're gonna Ant-Man this.
Okay.
This is
near
what
the
the
spear,
echoes
kind
mean.
of like.
Yeah. And I shall try to strike the spear free of said shark.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. It is skewered in pretty good, so like even if you chop it, it's not like the amulet that is just like affixed to the side of it, right? I mean, it's buried in
I will
it.
hit it with the blunt end of my blade, as in to knock it with bludgeoning damage.
Oh, you're gonna try to hammer the spear further into the shark?
No, ow! This is nothing action.
It is not skewered all the way through, so it isn't like, Weekend at Bernie's with the arrow through his head,
Right.
right? It that arrow, the spear is buried deep in its side, but not all the way through.
Technically, I can make an attack action, which pulling or pushing is an attack action, right?
You can shove a creature. You can
push and
try to
pull.
push. You can try to push it down, like make it prone, or push it 5 feet as a creature. I think you would have to be able to grapple the spear and then try to pull. I think would be the way that would actually work. If that's what you want to do, is try to grab the spear and yank it free.
I'm thinking of smacking it or pulling on it.
So use your bonus action to summon it.
Yeah. The question is, I use my attack action, so because pushing and grappling is not bonus action. This the attack action.
No, it's attack. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to rip that spear out.
Okay, so you're gonna grapple the spear.
Yep.
All right, you need to make a contested thing as the shark is swimming around vigorously, smashing into this cavern door
Athletics
over and
check?
over. So roll an athletics check against its either athletics or acrobatics. I'll
God.
look and see.
Surely it's not that strong, right? Is it good? 17's good.
It's not normally bad, but you know.
Fuck that shark.
Fuck that shark.
It rolled a natural 20, by the way. Just the
Oh, so I'm as strong as a shark is. As strong as
you're as strong as the giant, somehow enchanted shark is.
Well, it makes me proud of myself. So I guess I got that. Scoot a smidge. Move out of the way, cause red. Choo choo. I like to keep my toes.
I don't know. Can I do some type of arcane check or detect magic on that spear to kind of, figure out what's up with that?
You cast the detect magic spell?
I guess I have that.
Is it-
I mean,
Is that what you're doing, or?
sure. I mean, unless someone else has a better idea for me, we're gonna try to fight the shark down.
Poop it in the snoot.
Okay, so you cast detect magic, and then you can see, let's see real quick here. The spear is definitely enchanted. It is glowing large amounts of transmutation and abjuration magic. And roll an intelligence check, and then it'll tell me what you roll specifically based on what you get. Ooh, that's quite good. Roll a religion. You know that it is deific of some form.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that much about religion.
The one thing that you do know is that this is a moon shark. and then the silvery colors of the spear match that of the moonlight that has thus come through the cracks of the ceiling in a couple of places in this cave. Beyond that, as to what that implies, other than maybe some kind of moon magic or something of the moon weaver herself, Sehanin, which is a major god that you would know of, but you couldn't make any real connection. A lot of ifs.
I tell Balasar, I think this shark's the god of assholes, but we might need to pull that fucking spear out anyway.
Okay. Pause. At the end of the third round... Wait. 5, 6, 7. Yes, at the end of the third... So the round that just... Let's see. The round that just finished. What can you see? Okay, based on the number of rounds it took you to get to the shark's abode, now you can hear and perhaps see, we shall see, the other team come from the other side of the cave opposite you. And you definitely hear some commotion from the other side of the shark. But nothing comes into view since y'all are tucked into this little cave.
Oh, they're on the ass end of the shark? Oh, fuck those fuckers.
Good for them.
I guess it's when I go.
Is Griggus working on getting us out of the other entrance? Yeah.
No, hadn't been my turn yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he went from like first to last. As is the way the cookie crumbled.
I guess I'll just dash.
Ooh, okay. It's one of these, so I'll try it. Balazar, you see a golden, radiant streak, small ball, traverse across the cavern from behind the shark, trying to strike it. It misses as it comes over, and kind of strikes the wall and dissipates. There's definitely something going on behind the shark. And then just a heartbeat behind the radiant ball that came charging towards the shark, you can see Ivan, the very young competitor at the pie eating contest.
Oh, Ivan said.
That's the pie that eats you back, Ivan.
Armed with a dagger in each hand, Ivan stabs. Doing very significant damage to the shark. Balazar, it's your turn.
I will attempt again to wrestle thy spear.
Okay. You're gonna. Okay. Make your athletics to try to grapple. Grab that spear.
There is a chance the shark loses.
There is indeed a chance. Not a very good one, but there is a chance. I lost track of the shark though. Where'd you go? Oh, here you are.
Baby shark.
There was a chance, but it was not enough to overcome the fate that was expected. The shark is just wriggling and bumping against the thing. It's barely even taken notice of Ivan behind it, who has now shanked it twice for significant damage.
Mom, go. I had no health. Wait. Oh, it's went to... Okay, you switched turns. Now it's the genie's turn. Yeah.
Yep, Io darts across the cavern as the water genasi with a large harpoon that she goes to stab the giant shark with. Oh wow, look at them. Rolling all the criticals.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah, that's the second critical in a row for them.
Man, they're lucky the shark hasn't turned on them yet.
She goes,
They're
stab,
lucky we softened him up.
True.
At this stage, let's see, what can you see? Can you even see anything? Can anybody see anything? All you can do is
Nope.
hear the combat happening.
I just know they're gonna kill that shark quicker than we killed the fucking goldfish.
There's 5 of them. Alright.
You hear what seems to be a very loud roar from the shark as it turns. You can feel a small vibration again in the walls. Not like when it slammed into the entryway and started making some progress into the tunnel as it was snapping on Balazar's feet, or trying to anyway. But it does, there's some small thud as it turns, and then you hear a large gnashing. Oh, that's super cool. I didn't even notice. Okay. Nice.
Would that have helped us?
No.
Okay.
The giant ogre lady, Maggie, she does not have the ability to get to the shark directly, but she has the giant maul that is big enough to actually hit at range.
It's a maul with reach.
Yeah, it's big enough that she has 10-foot reach.
And we're competing with these people.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a giant ogre, dude. She's huge. Like, literally huge.
Is it obvious to me that this way that I was retreating to is now shut?
Based on the amount of debris that have made it this far down the tunnel, yeah, you don't see how even Kaz could fit through any space that's there. And knowing that you had to go pretty far down from the place above, it's not like you could pick up a spot and clear it away like you could coming down. I think that would be fairly obvious to you.
Okay, I'm gonna move back. I'm gonna explain the situation. Look, guys. We're gonna have to find another way out of here. The other way is collapsed. What's going on back there?
They're fighting the shark.
Who's they?
The little squat dude that lost the pie eating contest. That's the only one I saw.
Great. We can use this to our advantage. Let's wait till we can find a way to get by and then do that. Capitalize on it.
Shark is still blocking the hole.
Bonus action. Move my turret 15 feet towards me. And the only thing he has in range... well, wait, I'll go ahead and take the dash action. Get here.
Because you can do that as a bonus, right? Yeah.
Well, no, I just used my bonus to move the turret, but the...
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah. The dash. I was like, you're almost a fucking rogue right now with Expeditious Retreat.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
But you actually have some decent... You can actually now can kind of peek around and see the shark and see kind of what's happening to some degree anyway. Can you see Io on yours, or can you only see Ivan
Yes,
and Maggie?
I can see Ivan and Maggie.
Okay, you see Ivan and Maggie. Okay, that is.
Yeah.
I was trying to get an idea of how the line of sight actually works. It's pretty cool. I like it. Okay, then shark goes first. Yay! So the big shark goes first, and then you can see it kind of turn in space as it thuds against the wall a little bit again. That's kind of maybe what that little reverberation was. Is it's not slamming like an attack at the cave entrance like it was before, but even its big ass body seems to be enhanced in some ways. That it's a big shark, but it shouldn't be like moving the entire cave walls like it is. Very, very strange. But yeah, it's like even its tail slapping against the side as it turns, and then it just goes to chomp on. Let us see. Ivan gets another go of it. You watch as Ivan gets a monstrous chunk taken out of his side, but is still standing. But clearly wounded, blood just pouring out of the wounds at his side. It is your go.
Step back 5 feet. I'm gonna hand off the emerald gold medallion thing that we got off the shark to
Okay.
Kaz. And then I'm going to move back forward 5 feet. So that's 10 feet. And let's see here. I'll go ahead and bonus action for the turret.
I get some temporary hit points. Okay.
Just to make sure. And then I will move up. Let's see. 5 action. So I should have 20 feet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're using the... Yes, if you're using the dash.
We'll go right there, just so I can observe the goings-ons.
Ooh, okay. Yep. You see the giant ogre heft this monstrous maul. Like, it very much reminds me of the maul that's used in that second Vampire Hunter D movie. The dude's got that, or also the Blade movie with the Rat Pack when they fight against with them, the other vampire team. That dude. It's got this monster maul with a spike on one side, and you see she just kind of picks it kind of up and over and right between her two allies and tries to thunk the shark kind of right from the top. And like you see it like crush across the back of the shark, and you can see almost like cracking, like the it doesn't have bones in the on its outer bit like like hitting a humanoid does, but you can see it actually crush in, and some of that hard cartilage that is in its skin and the like. Something it is now looking severely wounded. The little goblin fires another radiant ball of energy that flies towards the shark, hitting it. You can see that it hits it kind of square in the face, and as soon as it makes impact, it it flares brightly, almost like a phosphorus grenade. And the shark, you can see its eyes like fluttering and blinking, and its head's kind of rocking back and forth as a result of that extremely bright flash. Cass, it's your turn.
So I'm holding the amulet that I got from Gringus, and I sort of flick my wrist to the side, and the amulet disappears into a extraplanar dimension as I cast Wrist Pocket.
Ooh, okay, that's good.
I swim up to
See any of this?
I swim up to my brother here, and I tell him, you say you didn't see any of that?
Oh, well, look at the shark.
You notice it is a little bit warm around here.
Plausible
Piss
deniability.
yourself, it is just, what is this, warm over here? I tell him that I slide the amulet into his back pocket here, and he feels me rummage around his back pocket here. And
What are you doing back there?
I give him as maybe a bonus action, I give him my conch of the sea, of the metal of the conch, and I was like, use this, and it'll make your swimming speed be your movement speed. So if we have to make a run for it, you run and you get that amulet out of here.
Aren't you
Or
faster
swim,
than
you
me?
know what I mean. And then whatever movement I have left, I try to get as close to Kazran or as Gringus as I can get.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
And
good.
that's my move.
Be the one thing to give the Gringus. Make Gringus go faster and faster.
I got something else for Gringus.
Oh,
Balazar, your turn.
I'm gonna swim my happy ass up here. Still fighting! Oh no! You know the concern. The concern.
Your Echo is still next to the shark, by the way. We just don't have one on the tracker yet. Something we'll fix for next time.
So, what'd you give me? The conch shell? Is that?
Yeah, I gave you the conch shell.
Did you put it in the parcel, right? So I can look at it.
Oh, yeah, sorry, let me do that. I sent you a thing, Dre. I did mention I was doing that, but I said a lot of things. I just want to make sure that you were on the same page as me. Okay, the conch shell.
If I can, you want me to zippity doo out of there, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find this thing. I was just looking at it. Oh, it's okay. It's in the party sheet now. Crap. I moved it, but I didn't notice I moved it. Yeah. So you can grab it, and
That's fine.
I did give that to you. And I told you use it and if run, but we're gonna, if we have to.
I'll run if we have to. Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll have to, but
I can't ready a. No. Guess I'll take the dodge position.
You could whack the shark with the Echo.
Who would
actually-
whack the shark with the echo?
Wait a minute, let me think actually. How far did you get away?
Yeah, but I say I don't think I'm in range anymore. I moved 15 feet from my current position, which would have taken me out of range of my echo.
Oh yeah, if you get more than 30 feet away, it disappears. Doesn't
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would have disappeared then.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to summon my echo. What?
We should keep doing the spear idea. I think that was pretty good.
yeah, the spear might be worth having. So-
Yeah, but we're in literal competition with these people out here fighting the shark.
Yeah, but look at that big fucking ogre. Like, you don't want him with that spear.
There's nothing about the rules of the competition says they can't kill us.
Yeah, with that spear.
Well, it does it if we take the spear out and makes the shark weaker, they kill the shark and then kill us.
Well, I mean, they're gonna kill that shark anyway. I mean, that shark's starting to look a little rough now, right?
It's quite rough, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That
think
last
it's-
blow from Maggie that Gringa saw, like, kind of buckled in some of its spine. It looked like.
I forgot to actually cast that as a concentration, so that should be tracked now.
Some of my echo
Okay.
over here.
Yeah, because they maybe didn't see what was happening with the spear.
And I'm gonna try for the spear again.
Okay. Oh, brother, just annoying. Just get the spear. Get the spear.
So you summon it. So you're not taking the dodge action. You're going to use your attack action
Yeah.
to grapple instead.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Roll your beautiful bean footage. Ooh.
There's a chance he beats me.
Yeah. We got this.
You have grappled upon the spear.
Ah. Good job, Echo.
So the echo is like a flag at the end of a flagpole at the moment.
He's got feet planted on the side of the shark. All right, he's a little more proficient in grappling.
I got it, coach.
Okay, adventurers. Let's see. Hopefully the shark doesn't get to go first, because I might kill one of them.
Yeah, this guy's pretty wounded.
So that looks like a hit. Those are damage dice.
I mean, of all the party members, they're probably willing to lose the Master Pie Eaters, probably on the top of the list.
Oh no! Sharky shark.
You I think all of you can see Ivan
Yeah.
now, right? So you see Ivan walk up and like almost machine gunning dagger stabs. Is just like just going crazy ham on the side of this shark, like at superhuman speed on his attacks against the side of this shark. The shark is just like reacting, you know, like getting pummeled, and then it just kind of stops moving and then starts to kind of just float lifelessly as it begins to, like, as you can kind of see the life fade from the shark, so does the light from the spear. That removes the shark as a threat. It's not your individual turns yet, but do you want to react or say or do anything in response to the shark dying?
I will shout a thank you.
Gringus is gonna like peek out from the tunnel there, and he's just gonna be kind of exasperated. You know, he's very, very wounded. He's gonna look pretty rough. I'm out. Forget about this quest / whatever we were supposed to be doing here. You can have it. We're done. We're leaving.
The shark had us pendant here.
You killed the shark. The glory is yours. You can continue. We're out. We're done. I'm calling it.
So you haven't found it yet? It's still to be found?
There was an avalanche back that way. There's a path we couldn't go. The boulder almost. I mean, it took me and a half. Maybe there.
The shark is defeated, but it wasn't the objective. The amulet
I don't-
was.
I don't want anything to have to do with the objective. The objective can be yours. We're out of here. But it's not worth my life. I'm done. Where's the exit?
I would like you to roll a deception check.
Which one? All of us?
Well,
I think Gringus is the one who's purporting something different.
I don't know where the amulet is, so don't know.
I mean, I haven't lied yet, but okay.
I think you are, at least to some degree.
I told you at least it would be funny.
At least masking the fact that you have already found the amulet and retrieved it, which in and of itself is somewhat deceptive. It's like lie by omission, right? It's the kind of thing that y'all are done and it's over, and they can continue on and complete the objective, even though you know the objective has already been completed, which is, I think, that's the deception, where the deception comes into play.
Okay, so he's still actively going to be trying to look and get out of there and try to find an exit.
Okay. Are you? So you're moving. That Io, the Genasi, is kind of, is the group's leader, and she's the one that's been kind of directly talking to you. And you can see her kind of smirk a little bit and kind of click her tongue, but so I see that this is a major barrier to our safe return. But you can be forthright with me. Do you have it?
I do not. I want to get out of here to save my life. I'm very injured.
He's not.
Stop squabbling. Trying to find the exit. Get out of here. You can stay, do whatever you want to do. I'm done.
Never been in your possession, it seems. You do not have it. I see. Then who does?
How am I supposed to know who has it right now? If I don't have it,
Elias, he knows. He don't have it.
look, what do you want from us? We'll turn out our pockets. Like what? Well, we're trying to get out of here. We're injured.
To the point this day, all has been in friendly competition. You've bested us many times today, at individual events, and for that you have gained much glory. We have no qualm with you. We just wanted to win. If we didn't, so be it.
Alright, quick meta question. The rules of the competition was who could get the medal first or who could get out with the medal first?
We had to get out with it.
You had to return it to that spot. Roll. I would like all three of you to roll an insight check.
Can't wait to see this one. I thought it was going to be a 20 for a second.
Here's what you know. You know that Io, particularly in that last event, isn't ruthless, but is extremely determined to win. But you also know that Io is, at least before entering this cave by any means, on actually friendly terms with you. There was mutual respect. There did not seem to be any direct ill intent.
I don't know where it is. I really don't know. My ignorance is my gift. Truthsayers can't tell
But you-
if I'm lying, if I'm not lying.
But you do know where it is, or at least you think you do.
I don't have it. I thought Gringus had it, right?
Your
Like,
brother gave it to you and said run with it if you had to run. Like if it came
Damn
to
it! I was told him I didn't want to know what he was doing behind me. Oh,
So it
shit.
turns out your ignorance is not the gift.
Thanks for incriminating me, Conrad, you son of
It's like, wait a second.
a...
Oh,
At least internally, you're the one that thinks they know most of where it is.
I missed that whole, I don't want to know what he's doing behind me. I'm not looking.
And it was like, here's the amulet. If it comes to it and you have to, run with
Damn it, Charlie.
And here's the conch to help you escape if you need it. Like, that was the the whole exchange that just took place.
Ride the shark out. Oh, well. I don't know if Gringus is going to get us out of this.
This whole time we're chatting, Gringus is moving around looking for an exit.
Die.
yeah. If we have any movement, if they're like sort of stalling, we have any movement.
I mean, I was a cadre
can
back here.
stop
I'm
it
like,
if-
we could try for a 50-50 split of the reward.
Io is going to kind of look at you
Doesn't it whisper?
and Balazar and look at you and then kind of look back. Look. The beast is slain. It was wounded when we appeared. If the amulet's still to be found, we'll find it.
I'm not a good liar. You caught me. Damn it, Cosric. I'm not a
Oh.
bad person. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we did some shenanigans. Took it off the shark. Shark got angry. Tried to eat us. We tried to fight back. Shark was angry, trying to eat us.
well, that is a shame.
Can I see Gringus?
You cannot. No, he's around the corner.
Dang it.
Well, so the truth comes to light. I understand your hesitancy. We are rivals in this.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah, I guess Cosrin, this asshole, just stuck it in my bag.
Oh, well, why didn't you say something? That could have saved us a lot of hassle. Make me look like the fool. I didn't know any better. I'm just trying to get us out alive.
So I want to let you know what could have gone down here is Codrin could have just stuck something in my bag and said, hey, if they try to kill us, we should run really fast. And I still wouldn't have known. You approached your non-lying brother all wrong.
Io just kind of nods. I see. This was friendly competition. You attacked the shark, took the amulet, and claimed it as your prize. You are in rough shape, as it were, as a result of that.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, you seem quite good. Like I said, this has been friendly competition. You can have the reward. You beat us here and took the amulet fair and square. I have no intention of taking it from you. Although I think it's pretty clear that if we wanted to, we could.
Noted.
See, if Codron and Gringus were here, we could try to talk about an under table deal. But, you know, they dipped on me.
How about we see if there's anything worth our efforts here, and then return with you victorious.
I mean, I'm a little squeamish, and I don't really want to stick around here to have some random piece of kelp kill me.
There's
But you can feel free to loot the shark or find whatever else you want to here. And I need to get out of here.
there's that gold aura place, right? Have they not noticed that?
I
I thought that was the goblin shooting spells.
Well, the goblin has done that, but they're still, before they ever arrived, when y'all were kind of on eastern side of that kind of pillar that's just southeast of you there, you could actually see all the way to the south, where there was a golden light emanating from a crack in the southern edge of the cave.
I thought that was the way out.
Could be.
See?
Well, if we are to leave peacefully, well, there's honesty that's going on right now. There is a, we noticed this gold aura, and I kind of point to that area. That's when the shark came after us. Like, by all means, not.
You don't
Okay.
see much of the shape that perhaps even the trek back the way you came might be dangerous, potentially lethal, given your current state. Can you return the way that you came?
Oh no, I wasn't lying about the avalanche. I think it might be a little fucked that way.
So, we can return the way that we entered. There are some small dangers that lurk. At least we know what to look for, though. Perhaps you follow us into this other area that is this where the glow emanates, and maybe that is a safer way out, but maybe we should go first for your safety is concerned.
Sounds good.
I have no problems with that.
All right, very well then. All right, and then you can just see Io swim to the south, and everyone else is pretty silent, and they're just kind of nodding their head. Let's do one more insight check. So, especially Gringus here, it seems to have kind of got a grip on this conversation a bit. And it really does seem that Io means exactly what she says. She was impressed with you coming into this. You had earned a lot of respect from them. But the way that this particular conversation may have worn all favor that you had built as a positive with them. They don't intend to harm you, but that part does seem correct. But you do
They just
feel
think
that
we're
their
assholes.
overall attitude towards you went from friendly to perhaps indifferent. you had a couple of interactions you had actually put you in the friendly category according to the last session's goings on. But now that favor is gone, and now they're indifferent. Okay, so they all start moving south. What do you follow them through this crack?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna follow them and try to catch up to Aya, and then approach. Because my character's pretty honest, so he's chaotic. But he's a good person. So it did kind of save our ass. I'm like, hey, I know you guys want to win, but we're just starting out our adventure group here. What do you think about sharing the prize?
It was already a given. We just got through talking about that.
What?
Yeah, I was in the last conversation. You told her you had the amulet. She was like, "Oh, we'll just share the whatevers." And we're like, "Yeah, cool."
No, I thought no. I thought it was bygones be bygones, but fuck you, you're assholes. What will help you get out anyway? I didn't think we made a deal or anything. I don't think we actually had that conversation.
I think you get the sense that they were going to let you have the glory, but if they're you could see that Io grabbed yanked the spear out of the side of the shark, and if there's any other spoils, they probably intend to take them. But
Alright, well, I approached in good faith. There you
go. So as you kind of approach this crack that's in the southern wall here, you see that there is a bright glowing radiance emanating from it, some kind of light. And as you kind of peek in and move your way up, you kind of crest the water surface into a chamber up above. And so let's see if it'll let me do the damn thing. Oh, treated all these rocks like doors. Interesting. Okay.
Every single one?
Well, no, like big clusters. Okay. Let's see. Quite literally, physically won't let me drag her icon into the room. What a cunt.
Wait, really? Oh, can't see anything.
Yeah, I removed everybody's tokens.
I can't see you, but I can zoom out really far.
Alright, so the watery environment kind of gives way to this massive, dry cavern that actually is dotted with trees and vines and other vegetation. Part of the cavern up above is open to the sky. In the middle of the cavern, the source of this bright, radiant light is a sphere of pale light surrounding a crystal pedestal, which upon it rests a golden pendant attached to a fine golden chain.
I'm just kind of letting them have the first dibs or whatnot.
Are there any exits?
This does not, unless you can somehow manage to make your way up through the, there's a hole in the ceiling, right? So if you could somehow make your way up that way, and then perhaps you could find your way out from up there. But that is the only exit after thorough investigation. Io definitely sees this weird sphere and the pendant set on this crystal pedestal. This is quite unexpected. Surely this was not meant to be here. And it seems like as the shark slamming into the wall multiple times opened up the crack further and further. Like there was this tiny little bit of light, but like you could actually, there was a full pathway by the time that you got over there. So it is entirely conceivable that this path was completely hidden until now. This might be something new entirely that even the elders didn't know about when they brought the amulet in here before.
Well, we've already agreed that anything left in here after the shark excursion was to be yours. So
this is quite exquisite. Very interesting.
Is my detect magic still going? I'll get any extra.
How
10
long does
minutes,
it
doesn't it?
last? 1 minute? 10 minutes? Is it 10 minutes? Or 1
I'll
minute?
have to find it.
I think it's 10 minutes, right?
I always forget.
Oh no, I would have lost it when I cast my other concentration.
Oh, it's concentration. Yeah, because you're... Yeah. Yep.
How high is this hole here, Dread?
Enough that there's a couple of trees, like small trees, that are actually growing in the bottom on the floor of the cavern. And then it is some number of 5-10 feet above that before you get to the hole. From the very, very tippity tip of the top of the tree, there's maybe another 10 feet up to the holes that's in the ceiling. You can see Io talk to the Dark Elf, Galsariad, and she asks, "Is this of danger? Should we worry, or can we collect this new prize?" You see Galsariad walk up and begin casting a spell which you recognize as Detect Magic right away. And then you can just see his eyes go extremely wide and his mouth is gaping open, and he kind of stammers, I don't know if it's safe to retrieve it or not, but the magic held within this is immense, and some perhaps even latent, that isn't even activated. This is ancient. This is no minor thing or some merely enchanted piece. You see him go to cast another spell. Roll an Arcana check, Catherine. What level spells can you cast?
1 and 2.
1 and 2. You can't do 3 yet. But that's a very high roll. You're well studied in magic. He's casting Identify now, so it is magical. He's casting Identify. And it says, I'll be damned. This is no mere enchanted item at all. Wondrous, in fact. I don't believe it. This is a vestige of divergence. Unlocked of its potential, could be an artifact from ancient times, built with all of the power of Arcanum. The value is priceless. It's a good thing it's ours. You can see Io just almost, expecting it to be something. Not whatever this is. Like, she doesn't know what that is, but just from the talk that Galceria gives. Roll a history check, all of you. Everyone roll history.
I'm actually proficient in history, but the roll doesn't say so.
You have perhaps heard of great magical wonders from the Age of Arcanum, but you're not really sure what a vestige of divergence is by any specificity, but by the way that they talk about it, it must be something of immense power. You see Io reach over, she's like, well, if it is what it is as valuable as it is, the risk is worth the reward. As it reaches through this golden sphere of that is surrounding the pendant, grabs a hold of it, and pulls it away, seemingly unaffected.
I'm having lots of fun here, really am, but gotta find an exit. It's real intriguing, the stuff you guys are finding here.
I'm in the background, fastening a rope to a crossbow bolt. And,
So, the little goblin. Yes, I think you're right. I think, one way or another, we need to find our way out. Do we try somehow to get out up? Does anyone have any magics that allow us to go up? Or do we need to go back the way that we came in? Doable, but I do worry for our rivals.
I'm here fancying Chris crossbow here. Shoot it through the hole. Maybe pull
I
ourselves
used my
up.
levitate to try to stop a boulder from hitting my friend's head, so...
The goblin walks over and lays his hand on you, Gringus, and you feel healed by divine magic. Perhaps this will be the little cushion you need. It isn't much, but it is something. And then the goblin does the same to Balazar. Well, yes, the harpoon out. We could give it a try.
All right. Yeah, let me finish shine this here knot and take a shot. And I tie my knot.
Just make sure the ogre goes last.
Yeah, ogre's the anchor.
And so you're gonna fire the harpoon. Did you say you were casting levitate?
No, I said I've already used levitate to stop a boulder from falling on my friend's head.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's one of my once a day things.
Well, I'm gonna step out in the hole here and fire my hero crossbow and pew up the hole. There, yeah.
All right, roll an attack roll for me in the chat here.
Where's crossbow? Come here.
You fire the crossbow bolt up and over, and as you do, you can get a feel that it actually comes up and over, and the harpoon itself lands on some rocks. You give it a bit of a tug, and it seems fairly secure. It has now been just a moment or two since that she has removed this pendant, this other amulet, if you will, from the pedestal, and at this time, the light around the pedestal fades.
All right. Well, I step in the room and I hang on the rope for a second to make sure it's got good purchase, and I start climbing.
Hand over fist, you put your weight on it, you actually get a few feet off of the air, as, the light has faded in the room, and then it gets awfully cold. Something almost spectral comes up out of the pedestal. That spectral figure, if you will, does look humanoid. Perhaps even male human. That is, it in itself comes out of that pedestal. But, kind of looking at the situation, there's a bit of, it almost looks like wisps of energy that comes from the amulet that is helping form this spectral figure. This human male spectral figure is dressed in leather armor with a tattered red cape, wearing a shield. His face is framed by curly brown hair and bears a very melancholy type expression. Little bits of raspy breath comes out. I am imprisoned. Please help me.
Well, I don't own the amulet. Not my problem. Keep climbing. Yo, that's kind of your amulet now. I don't know how you want to deal with that. Yeah.
You imprisoned in the amulet?
Well, don't ask him questions. You want to interact with the ghost.
Don't encourage him.
You can see on Io's face, her expression goes immediately blank, and then her body reacts as though she is falling. And so, like when you wake up from the dream, like you're falling, and you try to catch yourself, except for she's standing upright. Her eyes are glassed over, completely, not just like you're high as a kite kind of glassed over, but I mean actually solidly opaque, for a brief moment, and then she starts mumbling. You hear the Moonweaver. The Moonweaver will help. No. Beg. No. Help. Elixion. I'm lost. Elixion. Prayers. Prayers. And then you can see Io's eyes open up again, and then back to like a normal presence. The spectral figure once again says, "Save me, please." And then, like, it through that wisps, like, kind of goes into the amulet and disappears.
I guess I look at the Janasi. I was like, "Are you all right?"
Did you see that? Did you fall? Did wait? And then you see her kind of like catching the like, kind of stumbling a bit and kind of looking around, like what the fuck just happened, as though she saw some kind of living vision that to her was every bit as real as something else, like as is just those of you that are around, like very very real, and you can see that she's visibly shook.
Well, what did you expect to happen? You think these artifacts that are priceless just lay around without any sort of protection or curse against them? Are you new at this?
You might want to get up to the surface and see someone about that as fast as possible. As I'm hanging on the rope, mind you.
You I think this is real. Maybe not what I saw, at least not here, present in this space, but still just as real. Perhaps elsewhere, something from an ancient time, somehow trapped. And if we don't free it, something very bad is going to happen.
Who has that staff anyway? I thought one of us pulled it out, but they have it.
You've got the spear.
The spear, yeah.
Yeah, Io pulled the spear before leaving. The Echo had grappled onto it, but had not actually pulled it out. But after the shark died, Io reached over and just grabbed it and yanked it out. So she handed it over to the ogre to carry, but she's the one that procured it.
I just say to her, you talked about the Moonweaver. That's I'm not that religious, but that's a Moonweaver staff, right? That was stuck in the shark that went all ape shit crazy. That was not a normal shark.
Galceriad walks over to Maggie, please, if you would, let me have a look. And then Maggie pulls the spear kind of out and then kind of hands it over. This was indeed some form of enchanted, but it seems to be that way no longer. Whether it was somehow tied to the lifeblood of the shark, or some other effect has happened, it no longer appears to have its enchantments. Interesting.
Be careful the next thing you stab with it, so it might go crazy.
Either way, I think that should be enough for one night. Let us return to the elders. You may claim your prize, and perhaps see if we can find anything else about whatever this is. And what I saw. If this is real, I mean actually, some foretelling of destiny, I fear that we all have something ahead of us.
I hope, at least in the short term, it's a comfy bed and a few mugs of ale.
Praise be to that. let's see if this will get us out of here. And so, Balazar, go ahead and roll athletics check on your way up and see how things go. Okay, 13's well enough to climb the rope to get to the top. It does seem, you might say, sketchy, secured at the top.
Oh, it felt sketchy.
Yeah. So you get up there, and then you take a bit of time to, instead of just trying to, hopes and prayers that it holds on there, you try to actually take tangible action to secure it so that the others can follow behind you. Everyone goes but Maggie. Galceria does, however, stop by is the next to last to go. She puts her hand down on Maggie's shoulder and says, "Belight you."
Maggie bursts into flame.
Yeah, haha. No, she casts, he casts what you know to be a modification of gravity, as Galceria is also a Dunamancer.
I was thinking about casting that on him to help him up because he's so big and I want to break.
I'm just trying to figure out how Maggie got through the fucking cave. Just saying.
Their path was different than your path.
Hacks.
And then everyone makes it up, and you're back to this kind of on top of the weird there's like several jutting rocks that were sticking up and out of the just south of that island where the pier had gone over. It's almost like its own island that's like halfway sunk, so the rocks are just jutting up out of the water, but there's a lot of rocks and walking space that's just ankle deep or some places knee deep as you go through. So you pop up, you kind of climb down around over the edge of the kind of the rocks pile that you're on and make it kind of slog through those the little ankle deep pieces until you get back to the elder, who is waiting just outside of where the cave entrance was.
All right, Belisar, hand it over. Let's get this over with.
Yeah, I give it to you. Yeah, I really wish I didn't know I had this. Here you go.
You might need to make a roll for that.
So you go to pull the thing out of your pocket, and you open it, and there is nothing there.
Belisar, come on. I can get over. Let's get this. There's
Embarrassing
probably
in
some
front of the
ceremonies.
porter.
Cosrin, here. What'd
Huh?
you do with
What?
this? What is this? Fix
What are
it.
you talking about?
I don't know.
What
Shut
do
up.
you mean? Huh?
You gave it to me. There's nothing here. What'd you do?
What's that over there?
Come here.
I cast Mage Hand, and then I undo my thing and try to do a sleight of hand and hand it to the Mage Hand. Look what I had in the Mage Hand the whole time.
Oh. You dirty rascal.
You can see Elder Ushruz, the big orc elder in the blue robes, is just kind of the big booming laugh as he watches this kind of transpire, laughing at the subterfuge that's happening between team members. So you are victorious after all. Well, glory to you, adventurers. And then it says, "If you'll hand it over, please."
Yeah, it's in the Mage Hand. Right? Or I guess it drops it to Balthasar. Balthasar wants to give it to him.
All right, I'll give it to Gringus. Here you go, Gringus. See, I had it.
Would you just turn the confounded thing in? He just angrily thrusts it at the elder.
As much as and we were going to talk about our rewards, but
Sorry, my brother here's a pain in the ass. So.
that's true. But the other group may have found something that's going to take your attention very quickly. So
Oh?
I removed myself from the situation.
Io does not seem to be, it wasn't trying to conceal the fact that they had found anything, especially after what she had just seen. Yes.
I wasn't trying to just throw them out on it. I was assuming that they were.
Oh, you just threw that
know.
lady under a boat. You're
No,
Dude,
that was not my intention.
that bus. It was coming, and you saw it.
Yeah. Wreckaroonied. One second, let me open this up. This is, well, first off, your prize, as expected, and he hands over a sack that contains 100 gold. And for both of you, both groups seem to be in just now kind of actually looking at your shape. So some of the challenges were more harmful than we might have expected.
Smart.
After the shark that you fought out in the open water, something of similar difficulty shouldn't have been posed this much of a problem for you.
That was a different shark.
What do you mean it was a different shark? It was just a little reef shark, just like the ones you saw before.
Enraged by the power of the Moonweaver is what that shark was.
You see, like, his eyebrows kind of furrow a little bit as he kind of look. What do you mean, empowered by the Moonweaver?
I look to them and see if they're going to show them that staff or if they're trying to hide it, because I'm not trying to narc on them or anything.
A second time.
Yeah, Galceriad, who had the spear last. The shark, which, by the way, was huge, monstrous even, in size, not some little reef shark, was stabbed in the side with this spear, which at the time was glowing with some kind of enchantment. But not now, it would seem.
It stopped when we pulled it out, right? Not when the shark died, per se.
When the shark died, it stopped glowing.
Oh, okay.
And you can see Ushra is a little taken aback, he kind of hand to his chest, mouth kind of open, we didn't put that in the shark.
Not saying you did. It was just there.
There must be something else afoot. And if this is the thing that you found that is of some concern or that would be of question, there will definitely be inquiry.
I
Justice
keep
will be
quiet
had.
again, because I wasn't trying to narc on anybody.
Dark.
No, and then I will hold up this amulet. This is like a golden disc, definitely of magic, and the chain itself resizes depending on, whether she's going to put it near her wrist. It automatically resizes something around the size of her wrist, or if she's holding it up higher, it resizes it would be to fit around her neck, or obviously a lot of magical items will resize in this way after you've put them on, or you've started to attune to it, or some of this other stuff. But this is doing it dynamically in some kind of crazy time. And where did you find such a thing? We have scoured those caves. We hid a couple of small satchels of goodies if you were perceptive, even though perhaps hindering your time, of whether you were distracted by the goodies versus your opponents. But I know of no such thing. Also, how did you get out? I've been standing at the entrance for some time now. You didn't come this way. You came from over there.
We went straight up from where we found this. I was dislodged from the big shark that was ramming everything. Did you not feel the earth shaking?
Oh. That's what that was?
Mm-hmm.
I see. Well, we will need to investigate that in the future. I will think on this. For the night, you all may stay at the inn free of charge, both of your groups, and then perhaps in the morning we should talk again.
I could use a bear.
I'm buying the first round. That's going to be on his tab.
Ushur just kind of puts up his hand. No. The tab is ours. Drink to your content. And enjoy your evening.
champions of merit. And so with that, he kind of lets you go for the evening.
Freedom.
Y'all want to drink with us? Look at the other group.
Galceriad, you can see, is kind of like got his hand on his chin and his kind of head's tilted up, and he's kind of mumbling to himself. I could use and then I was like, I could use a drink, perhaps two, but I think
Probably use 3 drinks.
I think that could also use some rest and some introspection. Take you up on your drinks, but then in the morning, I think we really should talk. I have much concern.
Well, I need to go fix myself up with a drink and some bandages.
All right. Let us to it then. So you would assume that you go off and you have your drinks and some. Do you the tab is on the town? So is this a drink till you can't stand kind of night, or is this a
No, I'm
drink
too tired.
to calm the nerves and deal with the day and then sleep?
This is like Gringus at the counter getting all the beef jerky and little Debbie cakes and all the newspapers and everything he can get his hands on.
Yeah, it's more just of a. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's probably after we had a few, we'll probably be pretty ready to sleep and heal up.
Anything particular you would like to do this evening before you begin either the partying and or sleeping, as it were?
I don't know. I don't think I'd be up for anything but drinking and sleeping.
All right. Well, with that, we will have evening wrecked with, drinking and attempts to have some fun just before you go to bed. Although you find it a bit hollow and not as fulfilling as your usual kind of devilish evening, so to speak. This particular evening, certain thoughts keep coming your way as whatever weird shit happened with Io, and then not to mention that's one big fucking shark that nearly bit 2 of your heads off almost too easily. A foe that without help you may not have made it out of that cave. In fact, you're probably at your depths fear that without help it's not even a maybe. You would have stayed in that room until your potion had wore off, or tried to venture out and died. And that's the fear. That reality sits on you a little heavy as a part of it. But eventually, sleep does come. And as it comes, you have dreamless
Way
sleep.
to set the mood. Sorry, dreams.
Yeah, you have dreamless sleep.
Oh, dreamless sleep.
Deep and loud snoring ensues. Much needed rest to recuperate. And with that, we will conclude for the evening, starting at the beginning of the next morning on our next session, when we will talk to the elders and the rivals again to see if anything can be gleaned from whatever the hell is going on.